I got a question. Where would you rank this season for LeBron James compared to the rest of his seasons? Would you say it's top five? I mean, bottom five-ish?
Not top five. Holy fuck. Oh, bottom five-ish? It's a mid-year, and the only reason why it's like somewhere in the middle is just because of his age and him still doing what he's doing. But it's definitely like lower mid.
Hold on. Are we talking individual? Or are we talking just
mid?
You talking about? I'm assuming you talking about.
Because if we're talking individual, and you just said, if he's doing what he's doing at the age 37, who else has done it? So that's top tier season for sure.
No, I agree.
If we're just talking individual.
But if you compare it to the rest of his career, LeBron is. We're not comparing it to.
He's never been 37 and doing these numbers,
and that's fair. But we're not.
He'll never be 37.
The problem is we comparing it to
that's
LeBron.
What I'm saying.
We comparing it to LeBron, not other 37-year-olds. And so if I'm comparing, like, it's already setting me up to setting me up to fail.
Yeah, I feel you, but you have to take into account that he is getting older, and so now that he is actually performing on the level that he is, by that definition, it should be a top tier season.
No. What is top tier? Top five?
Low. The only thing he hasn't done.
Sure.
Done in the past.
Well, I mean, list the seasons then.
No,
the 3-1 comeback season is one with the Cavs.
All
the Miami joints.
I'm gonna say that's already 5.
Okay.
You already just said 5. You said 4 years in Miami and then a 3-1 joint. That's 5.
Mars, you want to tap in on this?
All right, I got you.
Well, I think
but it's not mid. But just because he's not top 5 out of 19 seasons, just because it's top 5 doesn't mean it's mid.
But mid for him is still like all time. I just want to be clear. When I say mid for LeBron, it's still all time.
Hold on, Ryan. Hold on. Let's let Mars.
In his career.
Let's let Mars tap in on this. He did a whole research paper in on it, and I'm ready to hear it.
I want to get my last point off before Mars goes, because I know Mars, you probably coming with the heat. But if you saying that this season. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, Mars.
I was gonna say I think this is the worst version of LeBron we've seen since maybe his 3rd year in the league.
No, that's crazy.
I don't understand how.
I think we've got maybe last year as well, if you want to say so. The last 2 years would be in his bottom 5.
I'm about to say his last year was.
Yeah. So like I think last year and this year, along with his first 3 years in the league, are the worst versions we've seen of LeBron.
His first year in Cleveland, though.
That's low key nasty. His first year back. I'm not rocking with that at all.
Are you saying that
2015? I'm not
his team to first in the East, like
I'm
first in the West, like he was doing in the East.
Here's my point. Yeah, I remember.
Low.
When we talk about mid seasons, right? We're talking about something that's forgettable. We are not going to forget this season. Him being as old as he is and the numbers that he's putting up, we're going to look at that as like 5 years, 10 years from now, when we are talking about LeBron and, the Pantheon.
I am not talking about this season.
But what I'm saying is people will say is dog, y'all don't remember what he did as a 37-year-old. People will say that.
Can we let Mars continue to tap in?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think in terms of, per game numbers, LeBron's this is up there as one of his best seasons. But in terms of his impact on the game, I think this is probably the least impactful LeBron's been since his early years in Cleveland. And I think defensively, he's not the same guy he has been for the past 15 years. I think offensively, in terms of his finishing at the rim, I think he's taken a step back because he's got less athletic. I think he's playmaking less this year, maybe due to the fact that he has to score more, but I'm going to have to hold that against him compared to previous LeBron years. And I think overall, just in terms of, I think partially him playing the 5 hurts him a bit defensively as well, because he's 6'9", he's 37, he's not going to bring much impact there. We all know he's not better than Miami is. I think we'll all agree on that. I think his last 2 MVP years in Cleveland, his first 2 MVP years in Cleveland, he's not better than that. I personally would say 07 to his last year in Cleveland, he's better now. He was better then than he is now. I think the bubble year, we'll agree he was better then. So then that leaves me with his rookie year, his sophomore year, his 3rd year, last year, and now this year as his bottom 5 years, personally.
But really quick, his bottom
and 2015 is in there as well. But
hold on,
I don't care about these stats. I don't care.
All right.
They're man.
I don't care, bro.
I don't care what he's
nobody
doing at 37. I'm comparing him to LeBron
But
James.
because you're not 37, bro. I'm 37, dog. You don't know, bro. When you're 37, come back and we're gonna revisit this conversation, bro.
Yeah, but what he's
doing is
as a
crazy.
37-year-old is crazy. But what he's doing as LeBron James is not crazy.
Yeah,
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm comparing him to
LeBron James or not. You compare him to other 37-year-olds.
I'm comparing him to
we're not. You're not asking me for. You're not asking.
We don't have to compare it to other 37-year-olds. We just have to compare it to the league. What is he doing compared to the rest of the pack?
Exactly.
But you're not asking us that. You're not asking us that.
I think this is the lowest LeBron's ranked in the league in a very long time.
That too, actually.
I think LeBron's like the 8th best player in the league.
Yo,
right now. So if we're
you
going
guys
based
are
on
only
that,
saying
it's
this because
still
they're losing. That's the only reason you're saying this.
Well, if LeBron's impact on the game was higher, then I'd say he was better. But
Mars, give me a second. I was gonna try to stay
Ron.
out. I was about to stay all this. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mars. I just need Ron to continue. You said we're saying this. What? Because what?
Because they're not winning. But keep this in mind.
Uh-huh.
All of LeBron's teams, at the very least, even them early Cleveland teams, had great defenses. So he was able to carry the load on offense the way he's doing now. And they still had complementary pieces that could complement him. Obviously, we know Russ doesn't play well with him. He's playing with a fucking rookie. What's his name? Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson. Look who he's playing with. He got to play center. Dwight Howard, who is clearly a shell of himself. His team is terrible.
But wasn't that the argument though? Wasn't that the argument? But wasn't that the argument like a few years ago that he's so great at carrying teams that he can carry anybody? Wasn't that the argument?
No, it was. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
LeBron
then.
has been so great that we put him on a mantle to think he could do anything.
And I'm
we're
comparing him to himself.
Yo, he's
comparing
still
him to
37,
LeBron.
and he's still averaging 30. I just looked at his career averages. He's averaging more than his typical career average, more rebounds than his typical career average. He's shooting a higher three-point percentage, a higher percentage from the floor. He's just as efficient. So I'm saying LeBron is he's been just as good as he's always been. It's just his team is trash.
He's
So now
not. See, that's the shit that pissed me off. You're downplaying LeBron's.
You guys say I'm a
That's a fucking lie.
But then you told me because he averaged
That is a
more points
lie.
and rebounds that he's
LeBron.
better than
That's
he was
a
in
lie.
Miami.
That is
This
a lie.
I'm sitting here watching LeBron.
No,
He
you're
doesn't look
not.
Like he slowed down at all to me.
Nobody said.
In his bag right now. Since you guys love the bag, his bag right now is one of the best it's ever been.
Hold on.
And why do y'all keep blurring the lines between individual and team? Of course, as a team, it's a trash season.
Forget the team. Forget the team.
What he's doing now isn't good then?
Nobody's saying that.
Hold on, Mars.
Mars is saying that.
No, I said it compared to LeBron.
Based on everything you just said, Ron, why isn't LeBron your best player in the NBA?
But because Giannis is. But I got LeBron top 3 or 4.
So Bron playing the exact way. Hold on. Bron playing the exact way with better numbers than his career averages, and Giannis is still better. So
I would have said Giannis was better. If you pluck this Giannis right now and put him back then, I would probably say Giannis is better than Bron back then.
So if you're telling me Giannis is better than arguably the greatest player of all time.
I think Giannis is dope. I'm just gonna put it like
No.
that.
That's not what you're saying.
That's where I was going.
We can't go
You're
back.
saying this version of Giannis is better than peak LeBron. That's what you're saying?
I'm not. Look, you guys is taking this and running this out of context. I'm not gonna get caught up in that.
No, nigga,
all I'm gonna say is I think Giannis is dope, but I also think that you guys are discrediting how dope LeBron is right now too.
No, we're not. You're asking us to compare this version of LeBron to arguably the greatest player of all time. This version of LeBron is still great. We're not saying he's not a great player, but what we're saying is that across the board, bro, the pace is higher than it was in the mid to late 2000s and the early 2000s.
And the Lakers' pace is high.
The league pace is higher. It was way much more defensive oriented than the lack of spacing, especially when he was in Cleveland, was going to put a hindrance on the level of scoring that you're going to see from him. The true shooting percentage across the board, the level of efficiency is higher as well. This interpretation of how we play basketball is just better than it was back then. That's why a lot of his efficiency numbers just look better. But in contrast to just defense alone, bro. He's not the same defender that he
You can
was
say that.
in
You can
08,
definitely-
09,
you can definitely
2010,
say
11,
that.
12. He's just not the
Look,
same.
I'm talking
So
about on the
even if
offensive
they-
end. I'm strictly talking about on the
But we
offensive
talking
end.
about the
You
whole
guys-
But that's not just
You
this
guys are right
season.
about
He's been taking his foot off the gas when it comes to the defensive
And
end
that's why
for some
these
years
versions
now.
We're
of, and these why
saying,
these versions of
though.
LeBron are worse than his peak. All I'm saying, if LeBron's had 18 elite years, top level years, top 5 player of all time years,
I'm not
saying
putting-
that this year is
all
in the
right.
bottom
Well, we
5
clearly
is
arguing
not
something
just-
completely
Wait,
different
wait,
because
wait,
y'all
wait.
making
What
it
are you
the
guys
same,
arguing?
the
Yes.
same, the same way that y'all talking about that. I'm saying that y'all are talking about this season is trash is the same way that I'm saying like I'm not even putting his like this current season up against his peak season. Of course not. That's an old man right now doing what he's doing. So of course I'm not saying that's a top 3 season.
I'm saying make these players blank canvases. Every year of LeBron is a blank canvas of a player, different player named Charles Kim,
Dickinson.
whatever his name is.
Pause.
Each year is a different player. This
You're
version of
picking,
LeBron,
like-
if there's 19 different players, this version of LeBron is maybe ranked 14 or 15. That's what I'm saying.
In the NBA?
No,
No.
against himself.
Of
No.
all
Oh, okay.
versions
No.
of
So,
LeBron
all right. So
James.
that's
No,
where
no, he's
that's where-
higher.
That's
Yeah,
He
that's
is
what you
higher.
guys-
I
Hold
believe
on,
he's
what
higher.
year?
Hold
What
up,
year?
hold up,
He
yo.
is top
He's
10.
higher
He
too.
is top 10.
Hold
No,
up,
he's
hold
not
up,
top
yo,
10.
hold up.
Okay, so I'll
because-
go. I'll go through years.
You're
I'll
not
go
top
through
10.
years.
You're not top 10.
2009 Cleveland MVP. Is he better than that year?
No,
2010 MVP.
no. Any of the MVP years you can have.
Okay. We got 2016.
What year is that?
The
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Of course not. I said that.
So that's
27
5 already.
The,
Ready?
the
All
next
right.
year, the next year,
Played
2017.
20 years.
The next year, 2017.
What did he do? Like, I mean, you throw numbers out like I know what the fuck he did in those years.
He went. Okay. Well, will you say the 8 straight years he went to the finals? That version of LeBron is better than those versions of LeBron are better than this current LeBron. Those 8 straight years.
And this is my point here. You are talking about a finals team.
No, because I'm
that is
trying to make
clearly
you
a
remember.
team.
I'm trying to make you remember the year. I'm not talking about his production. I'm just saying those years.
To me,
Regardless
y'all mixing, and y'all. It's like you're blurring the lines between. Okay, he had a solid team that he actually
Yeah,
like,
but
went
I
far
said
with.
I said 2017, and you said I can't remember what happened, so I had to say the finals years. I'm not saying he's better because he went to the finals, but you need something to remember what the year was. So I said.
All right, go ahead.
So would you say all those years he went to the finals, not because he went to the finals, but those years he went to the finals, is that version, those versions of LeBron better than current day LeBron?
Individually, what he's doing now with the number, his numbers are better, are they not?
They are.
Yes, they look better on the box score. Yes.
Is he older now? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
acknowledging.
But I can't to be fair though.
That's all I'm acknowledging.
I'm gonna keep it a complete being with y'all. I don't even know if I can say that because all the numbers across the board are not just better. Because if I'm not mistaken, the efficiency
Even if
is
they're just
relative-
competing, even if he's just scraping the surface of that shit. You mean to tell me a 37-year-old man can compete against an MVP caliber LeBron
I don't think
and
he
not
can.
I don't
give that
think he
any
can
credit?
compete.
I don't think
think
he
he's
can.
competing.
I don't
You
think
think
it's
it's because you're saying
competing.
the stats are similar. I don't think he's even close.
Them boys don't get it started to play a choice way. Y'all to play a choice way. Come and switch lanes into the play a choice way.